Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Dallas Mavericks have made multiple transactions. The Dallas Mavericks waived veteran center JaVale McGee, who was with the Mavericks this past season, averaged 4.5 points per game with 2.5 rebounds per game, and actually shot 40% from three, but only took 5 3-point attempts. But I mean, JaVale McGee, in his career, before this season with the Mavericks, I think it was when he got to Cleveland that was the 2000. I think when he was in Cleveland, the 2020-21 season, and that's when he started to improve his 3-point shot. He wasn't really that much of a 3-point shooter, and he's been in the NBA since 2009, 2010, and he's now just starting to he's not taking threes a lot, but he can make them, which he couldn't really do before. But he did make 2 3-pointers this season. And, didn't play a lot for Dallas, but would step up whenever, the Mavericks needed a big man. I think he started a little bit, not that much. Most of the starting at center for Dallas was Dwight Powell this season. I think he started 62 games at center. But JaVale McGee, I think he started 5 or 7 games at center this year for Dallas, and he looked solid. I mean, he's 35 years old, but this is one of multiple transactions Dallas made today by clearing a roster spot and waiving JaVale McGee. They are re-signing Markieff Morris, who they actually received in the Kyrie Irving trade when they sent Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and a first-round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Kyrie Irving, and they also got Markieff Morris. His stats with the Nets and the Mavericks last year: played 35 games with 2 starts, averaged 4 points per game with 2 rebounds per game, and 1 assist per game. And he shot 39.5% from 3, 100% from the free throw line, and 41% from field goal. So I think, re-signing Markieff Morris was a really good pickup. He'll be a good. I think Markieff Morris will be a good. He'll be a good player to have. A good deep piece on the bench. But if they need him to play some minutes, he will be able to do that. I think the only difference with him compared to last year is that, last year I feel like Dallas didn't have as much as depth, as a team compared to what they did last year. I think Dallas has improved in a lot of needs. They've upgraded at the center position. They've, upgraded defensively as well. They've added in some 3-point shooting with Seth Curry as well. I feel like Dallas has upgraded a lot this offseason. They added in Derek Jones Jr. as well. They added in a lot of players this offseason. Drafted Derek Lively the second, a guy I really like from Duke. They traded for Rashawn Holmes. They signed Seth Curry. They signed Derek Jones Jr. They made a couple other additions to this roster. Re-signed Kyrie, of course. I think this Dallas team is going to be. Oh, also, another guy I forgot about was bringing in Grant Williams. I thought that was a really good addition for this Dallas team as well. So this is a different team than they were last year, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't think they'll be as good. I think people obviously think Dallas will be better this upcoming season, but I haven't seen just what I've seen. When I've looked at standing predictions in the Western Conference, I've always seen Dallas in the 10-8 area. I have not seen Dallas higher than the 8 seed. I think Dallas is a very underrated team in the Western Conference with Luka and Kyrie and everything they've added in next to those 2 guys this offseason. Watch out for the Dallas Mavericks in the 2023-24 season. And I know JaVale McGee was a decent part to their team last year, but this was a contract they were looking to offload, and they were trying to trade him. No one was really wanting to take on his contract. You're probably going to have to pay extra just to, send him off somewhere. You're going to probably have to pay a second-round pick and cash considerations just to trade JaVale McGee somewhere. So it just made sense to waive him. And also you get to re-sign Markieff Morris, who I thought was really solid for the Dallas Mavericks last season after they acquired him. Played 8 games with 1 start there. He averaged 4.5 points per game. And I thought he did really solid for them. And I think it should be interesting to see how he does this season. Will he even make the roster, though? That can be a question that can, definitely be asked, because this is a, way more loaded roster than it was last season. So, there is a chance Markieff Morris could possibly not make the roster, but I do think he will. And we'll see how he does this upcoming season. We'll see what type of role he has with the Dallas Mavericks. User thoughts on the Dallas Mavericks re-signing Markieff Morris. User thoughts on the Dallas Mavericks also waiving JaVale McGee. Let me know where you think JaVale McGee should sign, who should pick him up, and why. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.